Okay, so today we are going to be subtracting decimals. Just like last week when we were doing adding of decimals, you're going to have to do two parts. I know you guys are going to do good and do really well on the subtracting part because you're in 5th grade, you know how to subtract. There's one little step. And then the drawing of the pictures, just like last week, you're going to have to do both of them. Okay, so I'm going to start you with the easy part when it comes to subtracting. You all know how to subtract, right? So if I had something like this, you would know how to do it. Just like when we were doing our adding, what do you think the first step is going to be? Line up your decimals. Just like we were doing before, decimals are here. What's in front of my decimal here? A 4. What's behind it? 1 5. And then you subtract. Now, this is the number one thing 5th graders make a mistake when it comes to subtracting. This is what a lot of them will do. 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 minus 1 is 2, 6 minus 2 is 2, bring your decimal down, done. And they just missed it. Can somebody please tell me what was done wrong here? Yes, sir. 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. What's wrong with that? That's right. 2 is smaller than 5. That's why I did 5 minus 2. I took the bigger number and subtracted 2 and got 3. Oh, so I need to switch these around? Is that what I do? Can I switch them around? No. A lot of 5th graders do this. I will say it. You will hear me say it all year. You cannot subtract up. You cannot subtract up. You cannot do 5 minus 2. I know that's the easy thing to do. You always have to subtract from the top down. Can I do 2 minus 5? So if I have 2 fingers, can I take 5 away from those 2? No, that's not going to work. So I need more fingers, right? Where do I go get more fingers? To my other hand, to my neighbor, right? My neighbor's got a bunch over here. So if I'm going to borrow from my neighbor, how many is that going to leave him? 2, if I borrow from him. Then I come over here and I make this a 12. Can I now do 12 minus 5? Yes. And 12 minus 5 is 7. Can I do 2 minus 1? 2 minus 1 is 1. Can I do 6 minus 4? 2. And then at the very end, again, just like before, you bring your decimal down, your answer is going to be 2.17. Okay? I know you guys are all going to line it up fine. You'll line it up, everything will be great. You will also do everything subtracting-wise right, but you're going to, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of you are going to mess up when you subtract. Open that door so we can put this box on. All right? Be careful with the actual borrowing, okay? Like if I had, hey,
I'm here to pick up a few kids.
Okay.
Benjamin, Juliet, Ryan, Mariella, and Deb.
Okay. Take your Chromebook with you.
Bring some Chromebooks.
Okay, so again, we're going to keep going with the subtracting part of this. Again, when I'm subtracting numbers with decimals, what do? I have your decimal, right? 5 in front, 9 behind it. Now we subtract as normal. 1 minus 9 is, or 8 minus 9 is 1, right? I can't subtract up, right? I'm not going to do 9 minus 8 is 1. I've got to borrow. If I borrow from the 2, that leaves me a 1, which leaves me 18 over here. 18 minus 9 is 9. 1 minus 5. Can't do it, so I got to borrow from him, which leaves how many? 0, and I put the 1 here. Can I now do 11 minus 5? 11 minus 5 is 6. Bring down your decimal, and there you go. Any questions so far?
Now let me know.
We are going to do.
Not yours. You just put it back on yours.
We are going to do something that's even harder. Now what do I do? Line up your decimals. Perfect. 2, 5, 6, and this is what a lot of people will do. 6, 3 minus, oh, can't do it. 6.86. Everybody got it? You with me? Correct? Everybody agree?
No.
Some of you say no, some say yeah. I will tell you right now, this is not correct. What is wrong with this? What is the one thing that I did not do that I told you to do last week? And this is why I've been telling you to do it for the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. I line up my endings. So she's saying do 9.3 and then line it up like this. What? Is that what I taught you to do, is line them up on the end? No. So that's not right. What do I need to do? What did I do wrong here? Billy? Oh, remember I've been telling you this for a long time now? Fill in your blanks with zeros. Because if you filled it in with a 0, would you have made that mistake of doing nothing? Oh, there's nothing here. Let's just bring the 6 down. No, because now you would have looked at this and said, oh, 0 minus 6, I can't do that. So you would have to borrow from their 3, which leaves you a 2. What do I do with that extra 1? Put it right there. 10 minus 6 is 4. 2 minus 5 is? Can't do it. Gotta borrow. Leaves him 8. 1 comes over here. 12 minus 5 is 7. And 8 minus 2 is 6. Any questions when it comes to subtracting decimals? Line up your decimals. Fill in your blanks with zeros. One last one you will see. This is kind of where it gets a little tricky. Again, line up your decimals. Fill in your blanks with zeros. Do I have any blanks? No. 3 minus 5 is, can't do it. So I borrow from the, there's nothing to borrow from him, right? So I got to borrow from them, right? Which leaves him a 1. What do I do with that 1? Put it over here to the 3, right? What do you mean no? You cannot jump from one neighbor 2 neighbors over. You can't do that. You have to go neighbor to neighbor. So if I borrowed from this neighbor, I can't go all the way over here to this 3. I have to go to his next neighbor, which makes it a 10. Well, did that help me? Can I do 3 minus 5 yet?
No.
No. But can I now borrow from this neighbor? Yeah, this neighbor has 10. What if I borrow from him? What does that leave me? 9, which then brings my 1 there. 13 minus 5 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. 1 minus 1 is 0. Bring your decimal straight down. Your answer is 0.48 or 48 hundredths. Any questions on the straight up subtracting part? Okay, I think you guys are going to do really well on that one. You will make your 5th grade mistakes because you actually subtract wrong. Not because you didn't put your decimals in the right place. I think you'll line them up just fine. I think you're going to forget to put zeros in the blanks, or you're going to subtract up. I can't fix that mistake. Okay? That's on you. We can do that. We can work on that. The other part of today is going to be able to draw the picture like we did last week. Remember when we were doing this last week? What was always in front of the decimal? What picture was it? Thank you, ma'am. Flats. What was always right behind the decimal? The rods. And what was behind 2 places behind the decimal? Units. Now, I had a few people that was trying to do something like this. It was 32. And they were doing, oh, that means 32 rods. Is that what that means, is 32 rods? No. What does that mean if you were to draw this? 3 rods? 1, 2, 3 rods? 2 units. Because it's 2 places behind the decimal. That's your units. There's your rods. And if I had a 1 here, that would be 1 flat. Right? Everybody with me here so far? Okay. Today, when we were doing adding last week, we would draw both of them and then combine them. Remember? Today, when we're drawing them, you're going to draw the first one. How would I draw this first number? 2 flats. 3 rods. 5 units. Okay. Now, what you're going to do differently is we're subtracting, right? So we're going to take away. We're going to take away this second number. Before, we always started at the front, right? Drew out a picture that way. When we're taking away, just like when we added, we're going to start from the back side. We're going to start in the hundredths place, right? So I need to take away 2 what? 2 units, right? So let's take away 2 units. They're gone. I need to take away 2 rods. They're gone. And I need to take away 1 flat, right? Now, to come up with your answer, pretty simple. What's left? How many units?
3.
How many rods?
1.
How many flats?
1.
Where's your decimal go?
Behind the plus 1.
Behind the flats or in front of the rods? Any questions? Let me do another one. What do I do first? I'm drawing these. If I'm drawing these, what do I need to do?
Draw 4 flats.
Draw 4 flats. Then what?
6 rods.
6 rods.
5
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what do I do? Take away what? We're going to take away this number, which is starting on the units, right? Take away how many units? 3. 1, 2, 3. Gone. Then what?
Take away 2 rods.
3 rods. 1, 2, 3. Gone. Then what?
Take away 2 flats.
2 flats. Gone. Which leaves me how many units? Rods? How many flats? And your decimal goes between flats and rods. So far, so good. Any questions? Here comes the hardest part of the day. Ready? If I did this. What do I do first? 2 flats? How many rods?
1.
How many units?
0.
None. Okay. Now I start taking away over here, right? I need to take away 3 units. I don't have any units. Do I just draw a bunch of units? Where do I get units? What am I going to have to do, Denijah? Can I take that rod and turn them into units? How much is 1 rod? 10 units, right? Now can I take away 3 units? Yeah. Done. 3 units are gone. Done. Now what do I need to take away? 6 rods. I don't have 6 rods. Where do I get 6 rods? Take a flat and do what with that flat? How many rods? Remember last week when I told you to cross them out, draw your arrows? That's what we're doing today, okay? Last week when we were adding, we'd combine them, cross them out, and add it to the new place, right? Today, if we need to find some, we're going to cross them out and break them down so that we have pieces to take away. I can now take away 6 of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need to take away 1 flat, right? Stay with me so far. How many units do I have left now?
6, 7,
7. How many rods? 4. How many flats?
0,
0. Where's your decimal go?
flat,
Flats and decimals. Any questions? Today, when you're drawing the picture, you may have to break down some rods to make units. You may have to break down a flat to make rods so you can take them away. It's just like last week. Any questions?